Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of StarNotes, which is not SparkNotes. We don't cheat here, but we do tell you about fun things going on in media, and today it is fun things in sports. So
Specifically football.
We have a big event this weekend. We have the Super Bowl with the Chiefs and the 49ers, which is the matchup nobody wanted to see, except for the Swifties.
To see it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Swifties.
Yeah, it's the 58th,
Yes.
correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
But let's do intros before we get too far. So I'm Olivia. I'm the assistant opinion editor.
I'm Angelina. I'm the editor-in-chief.
I'm Ethan. I'm the sports editor. So, sports, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who better to talk to?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I love talking sports. I actually have my own podcast here. Check it out, you know what I mean? So, yes,
All Star.
All-Star Husky Sports Podcast, man. Check it out, Spotify. NorthernStar.info. We got you on the links, too, man. Let me know.
Great.
Yeah.
So,
I will be the first to admit I know nothing about football and sports in general. I've been to one football game, and it was our homecoming game this past, I don't even remember
Fall.
the month. Fall.
October.
Yeah, October.
Great game. Really great game, too.
It
Did we
was.
lose
We
that
won.
game?
We
No,
won.
we
No,
we
we
won
won.
that game.
Yeah, and at the time, we were playing the top team in the MAC, who was Ohio, and we beat them. So, send them home crying, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I saw you at that game.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you say anything?
Because I'd known you for like a month. I was like, ooh. Yeah.
You guys had a good time, though? The game?
Yeah.
I was freezing.
Oh, yeah.
It was
super
cold.
I was good with it. It was fun.
I got hot chocolate like 3 different times.
It's fair.
Yeah, for that game, I bundled. I had like 5 layers on. Like,
Yeah.
I looked like a marshmallow. I didn't care. That.
Olivia, you've been to football games too, but
Yeah.
a big football game.
A big one. I'm from Green Bay, so I'm a Packers fan, and went to the Packers-Browns game on Christmas a few years ago. It was good. It was a wild experience.
That's awesome.
Was it snowing?
Yeah, I was about to ask. You.
There wasn't like snow piled up, but it was snowing, or at least for part of the
That's
game,
cool.
which is like the quintessential kind of Packer experience.
That's football weather right
Mhm.
there. Yeah.
What were some like big takeaways from the game?
Wear all of the layers.
Okay.
So we had like 2 pairs of pants and snow pants, like snow boots. It was like kind of a sweatshirt coat kind of day. Probably way more fun if you can drink. The people behind us were having a great time. Shout out.
They were probably warmer too.
Yeah, probably. My sister got like kneed in the head once because we were standing, which
Ooh.
sucked for us.
I'm sorry about
Yeah.
that.
No, it's okay. She was fine. But we were like, okay, great, thank you. That's enough for you guys. It was when Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback, and so he threw like 4 interceptions, and it didn't matter because we still won.
Oh yeah.
I think the Browns were bad that season.
Okay.
Or they had to have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was fun. It's a good atmosphere. I think if you can go specifically to a Packer game, because definitely not a Bears
Yeah,
game.
you know, Bears games are pretty lit. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was fun. It was a good experience.
Yeah, my brother actually 2 years ago now, he went to a game Bears-Packers at Lambeau, and he had a great time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we lost, of course, because unfortunately the Packers own us. But, you know.
Yeah, they do. It's great.
Go Bears, though. Bear down, you know what I mean? Justin Fields, we love you. Hope we keep you, not Caleb. Yep. Sorry.
No, that's, yeah.
So how would you guys like describe the atmosphere of a sports game, or specifically a football game?
You want to take this one first?
I can try.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of what you want to make it. So like if you kind of just go and you don't do like the cheers, like the Packers, like Go Pack Go, or for like NIU stuff, you don't do it. It's a lot less fun. If you can smuggle in snacks, do it. They don't like it, but sometimes you can kind of make it work.
So like with a movie theater?
Kind of,
Yes.
but they're a little bit more strict because like security, you know.
Right.
But it is what you make it. And so if you go and you're like, I don't want to be here, then you're not gonna have fun. But if you go and you're like, okay, I'm here, and we're gonna do cool things, and we're gonna see cool things, then you get way more out of it.
I think it's more, not even sometimes just the game. Like you said, you go in there with the right mindset, and you're around the same people who are thinking the same exact thing as you. So, like, also just being in there with, like, the group of people that you're all cheering for the same team, it's so cool. It's, like, just a feeling of belonging in there, you know what I mean? And it doesn't happen often. They're expensive to be at, but they're so fun.
You know, I get the same feeling when I attend a concert.
Yeah,
Oh,
see?
like
there you go.
like whose concert?
You know, maybe like Taylor Swift or something.
Oh yeah, I heard she's gonna be there.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
I heard she's performing.
I don't know if I'd go that far. She's performing in Tokyo the night before, so.
Did you know there's bets on if she's performing or not.
Seriously?
I heard
Like,
that.
no?
Yeah.
That's wild.
There's specific odds for him if she performs. Like I think the odds for her performing are really low. So obviously if she does, you get so much money.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
I would not take that bet. I don't think she's performing.
Yeah, I don't think so
No.
either. But
I think it'd be funny if the Chiefs lose and then Travis Kelce proposes like
Ugh.
after they've lost. It's just like, so guys, I know we're doing the like ceremony thing, but like also
wait, how long has it been? If he does it on Sunday, how long would it have been or be?
Of like them together?
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
a few months.
yeah, a few months.
Not long enough to get married.
No.
Can you imagine that though?
Like less than a year for sure. Maybe 6 months.
Okay.
Okay.
Was it at the start of the football season or was it before that when they started?
It was during.
When does the football season start?
Late or early September.
I think there were a few games where she wasn't there, and then like I think
Yeah.
it took a
Okay.
few weeks for me to be like, oh, Taylor Swift is here.
That's what
Wait,
I thought.
how many
right.
games are there in a season? Like, if
17.
you go all the way, 17.
Ooh.
Like plus playoffs.
Yeah.
20.
Okay, so the Super Bowl will be her 13th game. So count back, however.
So 13 weeks ago.
Has she been at all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
13
Yeah.
And
weeks.
like
That's about.
13's her lucky number.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all lining up for. Yeah. So it sounds like what 3 months, almost 3-4 months.
Yeah,
Mhm.
somewhere around
I'm
there.
doing
Something
the
like
math correctly. Yeah, about 4 months.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so if you don't know much about sports like myself, I have a ton of questions. And
Sure.
I will be watching the Super Bowl this weekend. And I would like to somewhat understand what's happening on the
Yeah.
screen.
Are you gonna fall asleep for this one or?
No.
Okay.
No, not for this one. I hope not, at least. I will
Yeah, don't.
do my best to stay awake.
I'll tell you that this one's gonna be a lot more exciting because these two teams are very high scoring.
Okay.
This is true.
They like to get into the end zone a lot.
Okay.
Touchdowns.
So, like, one thing that, like, bugs me about football is, like, the whole stop and go. The stop and go. Why do they do that?
Okay, yeah, it's a good question. So every play that happens, like the defense obviously wants to stop it. So meaning a tackle or pushing someone out of bounds, they call that a down. So every time you get on the field, the offense gets on the field, they get 4 chances to pass that yellow line on the screen. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That imaginary yellow line. Like they don't
Yeah.
see that, we see that. Right?
Okay.
Then
how do they know?
So for them, they have these things on the sidelines called first down markers.
Okay.
They're like these really tall orange things with the target on them.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what they're looking at.
Oh, okay.
So, and you asked about the stoppage. Why do they
Yeah.
stop? Well, I don't really know why they stop, but they can't, like, they give both offense and defense a chance between each play to set up each time. That's probably why. I think that's why they stop. I don't know why I'm saying I think. That is why they stop. Because every single play, they can't just keep running and running it just because it'd be kind of chaotic if that was the case.
So they can't just keep going until someone, like...
The play starts. Once it starts, it stops once someone gets tackled. The guy with the ball, once they get tackled or pushed out of bounds, that's when the play stops.
So they have to stop if the ball hits the ground or the player hits the ground?
Player.
Player, okay.
Yes, but there's like also a special thing called a fumble. If the ball gets out, it's called like if a player who has the ball and is running towards the end zone and he just drops it, or a player rips it out of his hands, they call that a fumble. And then that right there, that's live, and that's anybody's ball. Anyone can grab that one.
So the ball can hit the ground and someone can pick it up and keep going?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Right.
Okay.
So in that instance, if the defense picks up the ball, they want to score the other way. So
Right.
they would pick it up and run the opposite way that the offense was running because that's their end zone that they want to score in. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when a touchdown is scored, do the end zones flip like the basket do in basketball?
End zones flip every quarter.
Every quarter, so
Yeah.
not every touchdown.
Right.
No.
Right.
Okay.
Not every touchdown. Right. So, yeah, say like the Chiefs are going this way first quarter, and then second quarter they'll be going this way, like the opposite way.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say about the imaginary yellow line, when I went to my first game, this was years ago, I didn't know that it was an imaginary yellow line. So I'm like looking at the field and I'm like, where's that yellow line at? And I felt like, and my mom was like, nope, there is no yellow line. And I'm like, why not? And she's like, because this isn't a screen. I'm like, oh, you're right. Thanks, Mom.
No, that's hilarious.
I was so confused.
My sister asked the same thing, like just watching a TV broadcast. She's like, so like that's there in real life too, right? And I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a good question though, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there, like on TV.
So potentially stupid question, but like
No
how
stupid
many
questions.
how many points is a touchdown?
6.
Every time?
Yep.
Okay.
So
And
go ahead.
Sorry. And when they kick the football, and how many points is that?
1.
Just one.
Just one.
Right.
Okay.
So that's only 1 point, only if they kick it after a touchdown.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the other.
So the other
Okay.
option is if a team doesn't get into the end zone on the 4 tries that they're like given, they can attempt this thing called a field goal. You know what that is?
That's when they kick it.
Yes. But this one, how much? Do you know how much this one's worth?
3.
Nice.
It is
There you
worth
go.
3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
3. Yes.
Okay.
So that's only if they kick it before they get into the if they don't make it into the end zone.
Okay.
Usually that only happens on 4th down.
So it's not. It's like. No, I have nothing to compare that to. Never mind.
No.
I don't know
So-
what there is to compare it to. No.
My field goal question. So you know how like at the end they'll be like, oh, they gotta get in field goal range.
Mhm.
Where does field goal range start?
So it actually depends. Some kickers can kick it really freaking far. Some like 60 plus yards, right? But usually field goal range is about the 40-yard line and in.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what they say field goal range for typical kickers. But if you got somebody like Sebastian Janikowski or Robbie Gold, I don't know if you guys know any of those names.
Mm-mm.
These guys were like legendary kickers, and they would kick it from 60 plus feet. So that could be like the 50-yard line.
Okay.
Does that affect their scoring at all?
No. So wherever you kick the field goal, it will always be worth 3 points.
So why isn't there like a standard like you have to kick it from this line?
Just because your 4 downs can end wherever, like on any.
Oh, okay. So it's wherever that down is? Or?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So say it's 4th down and you don't wanna punt it because you have a short field and you're too far away from the end zone to get a touchdown, right?
Mhm.
Then you just want to kick a field goal. Because the other way is if you try to go for another 1st down, if you try to hit that yellow line again on the 4th down, and you don't get there, that's a turnover.
Okay.
You give the ball to the other team.
Okay.
At that spot?
Yes. at
Right?
that
Yeah,
spot.
okay.
Yep. Exactly.
So if your team is going and you get to the 50-yard line, but you don't make it to like the 60-yard line, so let's say your 4th down happens on like the 55 or whatever, and you don't get it.
And
So
that's when the player falls with the ball for the 4th time.
times.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So then what happens is the other team gets the ball at that yard line, and then
Okay.
they can go, and it's way closer. But if you punt it, which means you kick it the other way, so they have to go farther, then
Okay.
that's usually better than just dealing with it.
Can I give you like a visual demonstration with this paperclip?
Sure.
Okay, so say this is the 4th down line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say the player wants to come this way, right? This is the 1st down line. This is where you want to get to or get past it, right? Say it's 4th down right now, and we're going for it. So this is the player, right? The player wants to end up over here somewhere, and if he passes this line, he gets 4 more tries, right? But say he starts back here, and he gets tackled here.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't meet the line
Right.
on 4th down. So now the ball would go to the other team, and now they're going that way.
Okay. So they have to reach that line if they want to like continue.
Yes.
Continue the drive.
Their turn.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or the return. That's another good
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
So they don't just get like 4 tries.
No.
They get 4 tries so long as they
You
keep
cross the line.
Yes.
crossing
For
that
every
line.
So-
10 yards, you get
Yes.
4 tries.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's always like first. That's why if you see in the screen, there's always like a little thing in the bottom right or bottom left that says 1st and 10. That means it's 1st down and you have 10 yards to go. So like this is like 1st down and then this is 10 yards, this distance.
Mm-hmm.
And if it says 2nd and like 3 yards, then they're 2nd and 3 yards. They're like 2nd down and they only have 3 yards to go.
Okay.
And then once they pass that, boom, it's another 1st and 10.
Okay.
Feel me?
Yeah. I think I understand that a bit
Okay.
more now.
Cool.
Okay.
This
cool.
is fun. I love
This
it.
is fun. I'm enjoying this.
I remember. I think it was Bridget last year. She was trying to like ask us how it worked, and we were explaining it too, but she was getting frustrated. So,
It's like one of those things I want to understand, but I have no idea like where to start. I
Yeah.
can turn on the TV and I'm like, no, I got nothing.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
No,
other
it takes time.
Yeah. The other cool thing you can do when you score a touchdown, if you don't feel like kicking it, you can also like 5 yards. You can also like do it like you get 1 try to go from like the 5-yard line to the end zone, and then you get 2 points.
Yes. It's basically like scoring another touchdown, but from the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so 5-yard line and then what?
You like try and get like another touchdown, but it's just worth 2 points.
Okay.
What's it called? I don't.
2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
Yeah. Can I explain this to you
Yeah,
again? with the
paperclip.
Okay. So say this is the touchdown line, right? You want to break this play and score a touchdown. So say we score a touchdown. Woo! 6 points, right? And now we have we have 2 options. We could kick it again for how many points?
3.
No.
No.
We just scored a touchdown.
One.
Right.
Great.
Or we can line back up from 5 yards out and try to score another touchdown for 2 points.
So that's worth
Okay.
8
2
points.
options, yeah. So yeah, and then you would get a total of 8
Wait,
points.
they line back up at the 5?
Mhm.
Yep.
Like, just like
Okay.
a normal play.
I think it's the 5. I don't remember.
In my head,
exactly.
it's the 5.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think so.
know.
I don't remember,
But it's pretty close.
yes.
It's close-ish.
Yeah, it's close.
Okay.
Yeah, because the point of it is not to make it super hard. It's just that like it is harder in itself because you have to line back up against the defense
Uh-huh.
as opposed to just kicking a really short extra point.
Right.
But higher risk, higher reward. You get an extra point
Right.
if you score.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
So
What else? What
yeah,
else doesn't
what
make
else are you
sense?
wondering?
Penalties confuse me.
Yeah.
Penalties are tough.
Yeah.
There was
So- No, go ahead.
there was a time period. You know how it'll say like, it'll like give you like the number of penalties and like there's like the dash and like the yards.
Yeah.
There was for the longest time I had no idea what that meant.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to figure out like what the rationale for like the fractions was. It was like 15 over 45, and then it was like 2 for 35. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. So that you know what it means now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I have
Cool.
since learned.
So when when you see it, can I get like a piece of paper or something? Like there's like that.
There's what?
There's
like
something
this-
around there. I want to write on something real quick. If not, it's okay.
There's a pen.
Oh, here, let me see that. I was right in my hand. All right, so
Okay.
if you see something where it says 2 for 35, okay, pretend that says 35, and pretend you can read that, right? See?
Okay.
2 for 35,
Yeah.
right? If you see that on the TV, that means the team has 2 penalties, and they've given up 35 yards as a result. You know what I mean
So
by
they
that?
have 2 penalties, and then there's like 35 yards behind them?
No, so 35 yards, that means that I'll have to give another example. Okay, so they'd have a penalty called a false start. That's usually a 5-yard penalty. Usually that means they would start here. This is where they are, and then if they get a 5-yard penalty, they move back. So now it's harder to get to this first down line. Right?
Okay.
So the penalty would just be 1 penalty, and then you add 5 to this. That just means how many yards that they gave up as a result. Does that make sense?
Oh, so they went backwards, like
Mhm.
Yes.
away from the end zone.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then this is just a stat to keep track of how many yards they've been pushed back because of how many penalties they've had.
Is there like a max?
No, you can have as many penalties as you want, but you shouldn't
So like
do that.
theoretically, can you get to the other person's end zone?
hmm
Probably.
Yeah, you could get like say the end zone's right here. If you have 10 or 50 penalties in a row, you can get all the way back here. And
That's
then you
so
would
funny.
and then they would be like first and like 90.
Dang.
And you
Okay.
don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So,
Interesting. Okay, so what are like the rules, I guess, of like, because you can't, I recently learned when watching the playoffs this past weekend, you can't grab their
Holding.
holding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holding.
Yeah, so there's a ton of like specific rules for each position, but when it comes to holding, this is just for the big guys up front, right? The offensive linemen.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? The guys who are protecting the quarterback?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So basically,
Wait, is this the guy the people that are all like crouched down?
yes,
Yes.
them.
Okay.
I mean, a holding penalty can happen with any offensive player, but basically it happens the most with the guys who are crouched down.
Mhm.
So what it is as an offensive lineman, you aren't allowed to grab someone's jersey and hold them, right? Because you have to let them get a little bit of leverage because it's kind of unfair. You
Mhm.
just hold them like this. So the only thing you can do is stay in front of them and push, and only push like just this, and your hands have to be open.
Okay.
Because then that gives the defensive player a chance to get around to the quarterback. Because, again, if you're holding him like this, then he can't really move, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't know why I thought that you could do that. I was like super shocked when I learned that you couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know you can't like grab their helmet or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought you could grab like them.
Mm-mm.
No.
Well, like, can't you like give him like a little hug kind of moment? Like, can you do that? I mean, to tackle him, you kind of have
Yeah,
to.
so tackling, yeah, if you're doing that to a guy with the ball, yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I don't
Yeah.
think, again, I didn't play football, but I know as a football fan, I don't think you can do that off the ball either because, again, that's kind of unfair.
Yeah. Okay, that's
I feel
fair.
like,
Yeah.
Okay.
But, again, I'm not a ref.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just
How many refs are
Speculating.
there in a game?
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there like 3 from like, are they all neutral or
So what do you mean?
like is there 3 from like focusing on one team and then 3 focusing on another?
No, they're all neutral.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all just like placed at different spots of the field.
Okay.
Just because the football field's so big,
Right.
it's like they need that many. Yeah. And then I think 1 or 2 of them are strictly in charge of replay. Like they have a TV next to them to watch plays as they come about because it happens so fast.
Right.
So you have to have someone ready to check if this person was out of bounds or this was a catch or something like that. So
Yeah, and they do that on the screen too. Like they'll replay things for the audience, which I quite enjoy.
that's one of the best
Yeah.
parts of watching it on TV.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Right?
yeah.
Because like when you're there, it's like, oh, I'm waiting for a replay. Oh wait, this is real life. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
they don't. Yeah.
Unless you're looking at the big screen, but. Yeah.
So if someone was gonna like watch the Super Bowl and they don't know much about the Super Bowl, what are like some key things that they need to focus on or be aware of?
Pay attention to the game first and foremost. Like, I know that they're gonna give you shots of Taylor Swift. Don't
Yeah.
freak out. Just,
It's okay.
we're watching a football game, guys. Anyway, sorry, I'm just kidding. What was your question?
If someone were watching the Super Bowl this weekend and they don't know a ton about football, what are some key things that they need to be aware of? And that can be in regard to like these specific teams
Okay.
or just like
Oh,
The
so
Su-
the game in general, the Super Bowl, or the teams? Like,
you can answer both. You can start with in general.
okay, in general, I mean, I did just say pay attention to the games, but
Yeah.
like, just if you need, I guess pay attention to the players. Like, who are the big players that to watch in this game? I know, like, if you know like basic knowledge of football, you know you have your quarterbacks, and that's a big story right there. Brock Purdy versus Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, pay attention to what they do, and whatever they say and do, that's what the team does. Like, that's what they basically command the offensive side of the
So
ball.
they're like the team captain.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Pay attention where the ball is. Sometimes quarterbacks like to fake it, like they're going to hand it off to the running back, and they end up passing it. So, and the cameramen in the NFL, they do a pretty good job of showing you where the ball is, but just make sure that your eyes are always trained on where that little brown ball is on your screen.
Okay.
Yeah. In terms of the game, I think that's it. We explained most of the rules and stuff just
Yeah.
now. So, yeah. What about? Do you have anything? Olivia?
I think pay attention to the game. I think with these two teams specifically, kind of like you said earlier, like they're high-scoring teams, they're good teams. For as much as I hate Patrick Mahomes, but it's definitely going to be a good game. So if we're looking at like important people, obviously Patrick Mahomes, Brock Purdy, Travis Kelce, George Kittle, maybe.
Yep. Debo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey. Yep.
Yeah, Nick Bosa, maybe. He's someone. So like kind of the names that you think you're going to hear more than you think you will.
Oh, yeah.
And like people usually get pretty upset with the refs depending on the play calling.
Yeah.
There was some talk about the Chiefs and Ravens? Chiefs and Ravens game about how the refs like favored the away team.
Oh yeah.
Or like the team that was coming to the other team, so that like the Chiefs were kind of stacked. Not that they were, but like some people were not happy about that. So I think that who the refs are is it doesn't really matter who the refs are, just to know like do they favor like a home team, do they favor away team, stuff like that.
That's
is
a really
important.
good thing to look forward to. Yeah.
Okay. How
So-
can you what can you tell obviously by the
Honestly, it's just like the volume of calls,
Yeah.
right? So
Okay.
like if you see a lot of calls more like favoring the Chiefs over the Niners, then people are gonna say something like, "Oh, that's like they're biased," blah blah blah. And if you claim a ref is biased, it's not. You don't really have anything to back it up. You're just a fan, right?
Yeah,
It's
we
just-
can't do anything.
it's
We're just there.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's just us giving our thoughts on the game. So, and that really affects the game, though, how the refs call it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And like you said, Kelce, I know you know who Kelce
Yeah.
is. He is actually, I don't know how many Chiefs games you watched this year, but he is actually probably their top offensive guy, like other than Patrick
Yeah,
Mahomes.
he's good.
Okay.
You'll see a lot of him in action if you actually like watch the game a lot. Just don't
All right,
watch
I'll try and do that.
Yeah.
So speaking of Travis Kelce, I recently learned, thanks to Taylor Swift, that his position in football exists. He's a tight end.
Yes.
Correct.
Yep.
What does a tight end do?
Yeah, very good question. So a tight end, primarily like historically, they like came up in the NFL just as like another guy who crouches down and blocks, right?
Okay.
That's what they're for. Tight ends are usually really big guys, like big muscular guys. But now in today's NFL and like more so in the 2000s, they have transformed more into a receiving tight end, meaning they catch the ball more.
Okay.
They're like another wide receiver. They still block, just like the crouch guys, but a lot of offensive schemes now in the NFL want to throw the ball to them.
Okay.
So that now they catch a lot of touchdowns. They got a lot of yards after catch, stuff like that. Like, yeah.
Okay. And what was Jason?
Jason
He was
Kelsey was
a
a center. Yes.
Center. Okay. And
He
what
was-
does that position do?
He was the guy in the middle who had the ball and like snapped it back to the quarterback.
Mhm.
So he crouches down
Oh.
with the ball and goes, hut. No, he doesn't. And he just throws it back.
Yeah, his quarterback says hut, and then he's the one who like gives it to him.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
throws it back to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I love Jason Kelsey. He's very cool.
I'm disappointed he's leaving.
I know.
I'm sad. That's okay.
He's had a great career though. I mean, that
Yeah.
he's gonna be for like first ballot Hall of Famer when he's eligible. So.
Yeah, he won his own Super Bowl, right?
Mhm.
His-
Ooh. Yeah.
He
yeah,
won-
Yeah, because they beat the Chiefs, I think.
No.
No.
They lost to the Chiefs,
It
but
was
they beat the
before
Patriots.
that.
Yeah, 2018 they beat the
Oh, the
Patriots.
Patriots.
Oh,
Yeah.
when they were still good.
Yep. When they had
Yeah.
Tom Brady still,
Mhm.
and then Tom Brady won another one after that. So 2 more after that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a big Tom Brady stan. No cap.
Okay.
Are you?
Mhm.
Okay.
I love Brady.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know. I was a bandwagoner when I was a kid, and it just stuck with me.
That's
But
fair.
you know about that, right?
Of course. I like the Chiefs.
What do you know? But yeah.
No, but yeah, no, it'll be an interesting game. I'm quite interested to see what happens. And then
Yeah.
Usher's performing at the halftime show for those
Yeah.
people who watched for the halftime show.
Or for the ads. Too.
For-
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Ads are-
commercials too.
I'm so
Oh
excited
my
for
god, I
that.
love the
Yeah.
commercials.
That and Usher are what's gonna get me through this game. So
Yeah, Angelina, you and I had that conversation earlier. We're like, the people who are in the Super Bowl just
Mm-hmm.
dying careers.
Yeah, well, yeah. That might be a strong statement, but yeah, if you look at the performers of the halftime show, it is people who either haven't performed in a while or they're no longer in their prime.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
obviously you can look at Usher, take him for an example.
Rihanna.
Super popular for like in the 2010s. And yeah, Rihanna hadn't
Mhm.
performed in like forever.
That's true.
that's right. I forgot about
Um, Same with like Justin Timberlake and
Mhm.
the only one you pointed out was The Weeknd. He had an album
Yeah.
release and then he did the Super Bowl. But I mean, he may have needed the publicity. For
Yeah.
that. Bruno
so-
Mars
that's
might
what
be
it
in
was.
there too.
Yeah.
He was
He
a
was.
while ago, but
Yeah, but I feel like he was still like, you know, even now he's still in his prime.
He's still
I feel
doing
like.
things.
Yeah, he's insane still.
Bruno Mars.
I love Bruno.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, arguably, I feel like he's not as in his prime as he was.
Oh
fair.
my God.
That's
But-
fair.
But he's
No.
still good.
He's still good in doing the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he is. He is. I mean, I just say that I'm just biased because like Taylor Swift to you is Bruno Mars to me. Like I love Bruno.
Interesting.
interesting.
Okay.
I know that.
I don't know
Okay.
if there's a name for Bruno stands, but you know, y'all got Swifties.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know, Martians.
Okay.
Trademark it right
Yeah.
now. That's pretty fire though,
Yeah.
because you know like his last name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruno Mars.
Not his real name though.
No. What's his real name?
I have no idea.
Mm.
Oh, I think it's Peter.
Peter.
Yeah.
Peter.
I'm gonna look that up right now. I got you.
Where'd Bruno come from?
Sounds cool.
better. Yeah.
Yeah. right?
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But while he's looking at that, if you here at NIU are interested in football and all the football happenings, you could go to games. That would be a cool thing.
Yeah, we their spring training. When does that start?
Spring football, yeah, it is
When-
starting.
Are we doing spring football? I know,
well,
like that. They like in actuality they are, but like, do
yeah,
we?
like practices.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Who's
not. We
that?
don't have any games, unfortunately. but-
Okay.
Okay, his name is Peter Jean Hernandez.
Peter Jean
Wow, what a
Hernandez.
name.
Okay.
No wonder he changed it. Anyway, yes, I love
Yeah.
him. He's part Filipino too. Shout out Bruno.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he watches the podcast. Bruno Mars is
Yeah,
ready.
yep,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Bruno, I know you watching this. Right oh, I love
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Thank you
Otherwise,
for
other
that.
things you can do if you like football. You can
Mhm.
come be a sports reporter here.
Yeah.
You can cover football. That'd
Yep.
be a cool thing.
That
You
would-
can
we would
apply
love
at
to.
northernstar.info.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say too, I don't know when this is going out, but we have our Super Bowl like prediction story coming out, and we also have a little interactive thing where you, the listener or reader, can predict the final score and the winner
Mm-hmm.
of the game. If you win it, you get a gift card. So check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that'll be in TLDR on Friday, right?
Yes.
I think
will.
that's when this comes out. It's either Thursday or Friday.
Okay, yeah.
So-
Well, you have all the way up until 11:59, February 10th, which is this Saturday to predict. So hopefully, if you're watching this now and you haven't done it, hop on that. It'll be out. Trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be good. It'll be an interesting game. I'm
Yeah.
personally hoping that the Chiefs win, just because
no.
I know the celebration for that. And
Yeah.
Respectfully, no.
I just don't want to see Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift.
Oh, I completely forgot about her. And the weird brother.
And Patrick. Or I'm sorry.
No. Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he's weird.
Oh no, he's. I mean,
Is that Brittany's brother?
No.
This
Whose
is
brother?
Patrick's brother.
Patrick has a brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jackson Mahomes. He actually got arrested for assault.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah, no, he's
Bummer.
weird. A
Yeah.
sexual assault, not just
Yeah.
wild. I don't like that guy. Anyway,
Yeah.
we should do some predictions from you guys too, though.
Okay. I
Okay.
think the Chiefs are gonna win.
Score.
Ooh.
I don't know
This is you.
football, so I don't know
Just
like
guess.
what's
You know what?
You
realistic.
could just throw some out there.
Just wholly guess.
74.
Wait.
Is that too high?
Wait a minute. Yes.
Okay, then like 33.
33 to what?
Oh, Chiefs win 33 to 28.
Well,
Okay.
that's not a bad
That's
score.
not terrible.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs will win, and I hate that, but I'm going to say
Yeah.
it anyway.
Okay.
cool.
I think that the 49ers will lead going into half,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think that the Chiefs will get the kickoff for the second half, and I think they'll come back. So I think we're going to end with like, how many Chiefs? I think maybe like 35, 30,
35 30?
or 30, or 33-30.
Okay.
I feel like it'll be. I
close,
feel like
too.
it'll be like a field goal
Yeah, yeah.
situation.
No, for sure.
Okay.
I can see that happening. That happened last year, too, so.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
last year was Kelsey versus Kelsey.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Eagles versus the
Eagles.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Ooh, man, Jalen Hurts almost had that game. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm going to go the 49ers
Okay.
just because I
Okay.
really don't want the Chiefs. to
I
win.
don't either.
You're willing it.
Yeah, I might be because last year I predicted the Eagles to win it too. So who knows? And the Chiefs are they're kind of like that. Honestly, I will say though, I don't hate the Chiefs. I don't hate Mahomes. I don't hate Kelsey. I just don't like what's going on around them. So
That's
anyway.
really fair.
yeah,
But yeah.
I mean, I totally respect that opinion. However, I will say one thing that I've like learned is a lot of daughters are watching football with their dads now
oh,
That's really
wow.
cute.
because
I've seen videos.
Well,
They're
then in
so
that case,
cute.
I hope they still lose. I'm just kidding. That's beautiful though. But
yeah. I've seen a lot of videos on like TikTok and like YouTube of people or even on Facebook of dads posting like my daughter would never watch football with me before. I would
Yeah.
always watch like by myself, but now my kids are
So
watching
are they?
with
But
me.
are they actually into the game, or are they just looking for Taylor?
I think they're learning.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
'Cause I saw one video. It was like they're talking about like different formations, and he was like, "What is the formation when this, and this?" And she's like, "Oh, shotgun formation." And it's like, "Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
yeah." I was like,
You gotta show
it
me
made
that
my heart
later.
happy. I'll have to find it, but
That's
it made
so
my heart
cool.
happy.
No, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. All right,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. If that's the case, yeah, 49ers win 38-28. I think
Okay.
that's my final score prediction.
39-28?
38.
Oh, 38 to 28. 10-point difference.
Mhm.
Okay.
I could see the game going into the 40s too, though, because these teams.
Yeah,
are
they're
insane.
high-scoring teams.
Yeah. Sometimes their defenses are like, you know what? Let's just let them score. So.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Alrighty.
Well, it'll be a good game. It'll be a good
Yes.
weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
A lot will happen for sure, no matter who wins. There
I'm
will be a
praying.
lot
Mhm.
coming out of this game, I think.
Yeah. Debating on whether or not I want to put money down on it, but I don't condone betting if you're not 21, by the way. But,
I will second that.
Thank you for the
Yes.
disclaimer. I'm not
Yeah.
21, but I'll also
oh
only
yeah, all
condone
right, I
it.
don't condone it.
No, condone it for me. Don't worry.
Awesome.
All right. And that is everything that you could have wanted to know about football in the last like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
No, we
yeah,
did.
it was good.
Great job, guys.
Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, thank you. All
Yes,
right.
Ersky.
Bye, guys.
Yerp.